How a group of innocent beach cows suddenly turned into meat-eating animals. There are certain things you can expect to see when you journey to the beach to get your daily dose of vitamin D and take a dip in the ocean. Other people, a lot of towels and umbrellas, maybe a sandcastle or two. Normal stuff, right? Now, if the beach you're traveling to happens to be in Goa, India, not only will you see all the normal beach activities happening under the sun, but you'll also join forces with tons of free-roaming cows. That's right, visitors hang out on the sand with hoofed buddies, and it's something you have to see to believe. And these are no ordinary bovines. Beaches glitter all the way up the coast of Goa, an Indian state along the Arabian Sea. Not lost among all the palm trees and bungalows are some of the unusual guests that lay out in the sunshine. Just take a look at the kinds of fellow beachgoers you get to share fun under the sun with. Yup, lots of mellow cows, and they've developed some strange habits as a result of their permanent vacation. This cool cow doesn't have a care in the world as he chills out with visitors from all over the world. As you can imagine, it's startling at first to see these massive animals roaming freely, but they're totally peaceful. Tourists come from far and wide to snap an up-close and personal photo of their new horned pal. But these photo ops are actually available outside of the beach too. The cows have free run of Goa. On any given day, you can take a stroll down the street and see a burly bovine minding their own business trot right past you. The people of Goa, and actually much of the rest of India as well, live alongside droves of cows every day, and their views of them are different than most of the world. You won't see any of them end up on the menu on Guy Fieri's new restaurant or the new Michelin-rated steakhouse across town. No, the cows roam the area for a completely different reason. The people of India, most of whom practice Hinduism, see the cows as sacred. Not only they never eat beef, but they pray to cows in temples, and during special ceremonies, the animals are dressed to the nines. This dazzling garb turns heads everywhere it goes. Tons of bright colors and religious relics adorn the cattle during their celebrations throughout the year. Some might draw some comparisons between these cattle and Japanese black cattle. While the Japanese black cattle aren't worshipped or considered sacred, they're raised in overly comfortable environments and given elegant treatment in order to produce the world's richest and tender cuts of meat. Wagyu and Kobe beef are considered the finest cuts of steak you can buy. They're sought after for the intense marbling and velvety richness. Of course, most livestock around the world has the opposite experience. This rings true especially in India, where certain areas look more like landfills than cities. The unlucky cows that don't roam the shores of Goa are often found rummaging through piles of spoiled food. A trash heap is likely the scene you'll see if you visit many of the poorer areas of the country. The cows still pretty much just keep to themselves, but that doesn't mean overcrowding isn't a big issue. While India grapples with ideas to take care of its growing populations, cows clutter the same neighborhoods, further congesting cities, and a really weird development unfolded in one herd. As we know, a cow's diet consists almost entirely of grass. They're herbivores, meaning they live off only vegetables. However, one group of cattle in Goa actually began picking through restaurant garbage bins and completely altered their daily eating regimen. Day after day of consuming food like chicken scraps and fried fish, a diet totally opposite of what they were used to, they actually became carnivores, scouring the local land for anything other than typical veggies. This obviously was something no one intended to happen, and it became a pretty big problem. The last thing locals wanted was cattle rummaging through their trash in search of meat. So, a team of veterinarians were brought in. The specialists came prepped with medication that, after 4 or 5 days of administering it to the meat-eating cows, would cause their diets to switch back over to the plant-based regimen. You might think the last thing you'd want approaching you on a beach would be a sacred carnivorous cow, but visitors were never in any danger. Many avid travelers were used to the environment anyway.